Here's my 2019 Yamaha VX Cruiser HO with 5 gallons of extra gas strapped to the back. Crossing Lake Michigan is a trip I wanted to do for some time. It was just a matter of waiting for the right time to do it when the wind and waves were favorable. After the 2-mile ride on Lake Charlevoix and through the no-wake zone, I was out on the open water of Lake Michigan headed for my first waypoint, the south end of Beaver Island. The weather forecast showed this to be a favorable crossing point with calm to light winds and small wave heights of well under a foot for 6 hours in the afternoon. And the islands serve as waypoints and progress markers for a more interesting trip. Here you can just barely see Beaver Island coming into view on the horizon just under that cloud. It was just a beautiful day for this trip. The farther I got from land, the smoother the water became. I arrived at Beaver Island a little over an hour from the boat launch. It would have been a nice place to spend some time, but I wanted to keep moving, so I sent a quick text message to home, and I'm back on the way. This is High Island coming up on the right, and Gull Island coming up on the left. With Gull Island off to my port side, I spot a freighter about 10 miles in the distance out front. Here I can barely see land starting to appear on the horizon on the far right side. I finally arrived at the lighthouse at the Manistique breakwater at about 3:25 in the afternoon. The Manistee Marina was undergoing renovation and there was no gas available, so I transferred 5 gallons from the gas jug to the Waverunner gas tank. I didn't stay in Manistique long. I wanted to start my return trip while the water was smooth and the weather was nice. On the return trip, I skirted the north side of Beaver Island and found a good Samaritan who was kind enough to give me a ride to the local gas station. I think it was the only gas station on the island to refill my gas jug. I would have had enough gas for the return trip, but I decided to refill the jug as an insurance policy. I used Windfinder, which on the day of my trip turned out to be accurate. The app shows a depiction of current and forecast winds. And then you can zoom in and click on active weather stations along your route, and then look at the forecast wave height. I've installed an auxiliary electric bilge pump in the bottom of the ski that can be manually turned on if ever needed. In the waterproof storage compartment, I have a flare gun, among other things. I also carry an ACR personal rescue beacon, which is waterproof and will transmit a distress signal for 24 hours. I wear a helmet not for impact protection, but to protect my face and head from wind, water spray, and bugs. It also reduces wind noise and fully protects my head from the sun's rays. For navigation, I use a Garmin GPS map 64ST.